great. And we have not talked about Fringe season 4 at all. So we want to talk about how messed up is this season?
I don't know. It's just, I knew that was his world.
Well, everyone knew that was his world, and I don't understand why he didn't think it was his world the last time he talked to the Observer, because I did not get the sense at all that he was implying that at all, that it wasn't his world, and Peter...
Well, he told him that you need to go home, and so he's thinking, well, I need to get back to my universe, but then he realized that he actually meant, hey, maybe you need to go to your home.
Yeah.
But it didn't cross his mind that this actually was the place, but, you know, in all fairness to Peter, the world is a bit different.
Yeah, but...
It is, like, different. And he's, like, jumped back and forth between universes before, you know, I mean, it's not unrealistic for him to, you know, think that.
It's so funny when you think, though, the end of season 3, everyone was like, what happened to Peter? Is Peter not going to exist? What's going on? Is he off the show? What the heck's going on?
Yeah.
And now, really, this show has... The focus of the show is about Peter, and it's like Peter's the main character now. You know, before it was like Olivia, and it was, you know, teaming up with, you know, Peter. Yeah. And then, you know, he became more integrated when he became, you know, got this relationship with Walter and fell in love with Olivia. But then it was like Peter is the big, you know, piece of the show, and Olivia is, you know, a part of his puzzle. So, it's really fascinating. I'm glad he didn't get wiped out of existence completely.
Oh my gosh, I mean, that was the thing. It was at the end of that season. It was like, where the heck is Peter? What happened to Peter? And then I was like, what the heck is going on? Because there were so many episodes in the beginning that he wasn't even on there. Joshua Jackson had not made an appearance, and then he saw a glimmer in the TV. The Watcher thought he was going crazy, and he tried to lobotomize himself.
Oh my gosh!
He tried to lobotomize himself, and it was like, there's only.
Why doesn't he have an Emmy?
I don't know.
Why
John
doesn't
Novella
he have an Emmy?
He deserves an Emmy. He deserves an Emmy.
It's ridiculous. There's no justice in this world.
There are so many moments in TV and in movies where you just cannot look and you have to turn away from the screen, and that was that moment for me.
It was so heartbreaking. It was so heartbreaking.
And then when he was telling Olivia, like, I'm crazy, I need to go back.
And you found out that
she
she having dreams about him.
Yeah, and then he finally came back, and then
she's like, why would I have feelings for you? You're a stranger. And I'm like, what are you dreaming about him then?
Yeah, and so then, you know, it was really cool because Peter had all this information. Like, he was one-upping everybody because he knew exactly
I don't
what was
understand
going
why
on.
they didn't just have him in a room and ask him every question possible. Because he knew all the answers.
He really did.
And it's like, Olivia's trying to find out what an observer is, and Peter, like, comes up, like, 5 episodes later, like, yeah, that's an observer. You know, he does this and that.
Then we thought Nina was the bad guy, but actually she was just a robot.
Yeah.
Which I was a bit disappointed.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed, too.
Because I wanted Nina to be a bad guy. And I didn't
I really did, too. I mean, not that it wasn't surprising still with the shapeshifter, you know which one was which or whatever, but... Because then you thought, oh, Nina was kidnapped, but really the real one was, you know, in place where it's supposed to be. And even when Olivia was kidnapped, it was, you know, pretty clever how she had them draw Peter to her, and they thought they were kidnapping him, but really she had them bring him to her so she could use her freaky powers and escape.
Which was cool because you saw her use her powers in a way that...
And as soon as she showed up, she's like, I got the power. You know?
That was really cool. Like, she should test her abilities some more.
I know.
And, I mean, there was just so many different things, a lot of different cases when they were trapped in the town. That was some freaky stuff.
I know. That was like Twilight Zone to the max.
It was Twilight Zone, like
to the max.
Like crazy Twilight Zone, and then
freaky stuff when they start fusing together.
Oh man, it was insane. It was sick. I was thinking about the crazies, you know, different, you know, sci-fi movies and stuff like that. Like, it was really, really good. It was really freaky.
Every episode is this great sci-fi film of wonder and amazement.
I would say it's like the Twilight Zone of, like, the 2010 era.
But it's just so great, and I'm glad it got renewed for season 5.
Oh yeah, was worried about that.
Yeah, I was worried too.
Because people were talking, and they were...
Well, it was too expensive for it was becoming too expensive for Fox to air, so they, for the licensing fees or whatever, so apparently they worked out a deal, and I'm glad that they did. Apparently the season finale could have been a series finale-ish, but I'm glad they're doing a 5th one. Please wrap it up. Please make Peter and Olivia happy, please. Please. At the end of this last episode when they kiss, I'm like, yes. But what are you gonna do now to them?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
let me talk about another moment, like when Olivia, after the whole kidnapping thing, and she was started getting her memories back, and then when Peter came over and she kissed him, he was like, what the heck is going on? And I was thinking back too, because I had forgot, like, for the quick second that she wasn't supposed to know him. And so then it was like, yay! Like, she's coming back. And then this whole observer, and then finding out more information about the observers too. It was cool that they're actually from the future. And, some people, I know a lot of people were thinking that they're aliens, and some people were saying they're from a different universe, and, everybody just came up with a million different possibilities of where these people came from, and I thought them being from the future was really cool. And you just have this one...
You don't need eyebrows.
Yeah. There was just one rebellious observer that felt he had to intervene, and I think that story, everybody has their own unique story, and then when Astrid from the other timeline stepped over too, like, even that story was really cool. Like, everybody's own story is really interesting.
It's too bad for Walter. I'm glad Olivia's getting her memories back. I mean, of course, the cost is that she's losing these memories and experiences that she had from the life without Peter. She's not going to have such a close relationship with Nina Sharp and stuff. And, I mean, that'll be a bummer, of course, to Nina, who has raised her and stuff. But, I'm glad she's getting her memories back and she can be with Peter, but it's too bad that Walter doesn't have these experiences that he had with growing up, with raising his son, even though, he still ended up in a mental institution and so on. They built the relationship back up and started to get to a really, really great place. But if Peter comes back, came back to this world, and Walter didn't know him, and Walter refused to even see him or talk to him, and it was really hard for Peter. It was really hard for Walter, and Walter doesn't. I mean, he feels and loves Peter, but it's different than the Walter before. So
right.
I wonder if they can fix the world. I wonder if they're going to fix the world, or if this is just the new world.
I just want Walter to remember, but it doesn't help that he doesn't have all his brain. And then Walternet, we saw a different side of Walternet too.
Yeah.
As far as what's going to happen next on the show, I have no clue.
Yeah, Big Bad has returned from the dead, because apparently he hasn't died in this dimension because Peter didn't slice him in half. So,
and then we got that monster coming up,
yeah.
Like the one, like on the airplane, and like that whole thing was crazy.
Episode?
That was crazy because he walked up to the stewardess and they were like, "Do you have guns or something, or what kind of things do you have?" And she's like, "We have this," and he's like, "Oh, that's only gonna make me angry." He was like, "What the heck do we have? Like, is like, is the Hulk on the airplane? Like, what the heck is going on?" It was like is that some Bruce Banner or what the heck, And so that they're coming back, like, it's amazing. Oh, and Agent Lee needed to get his life together.
I know, because you can't have Olivia. I mean, I feel bad for him, but
he's
every
like the
time
friend
I see
that's
him,
always gonna be in the friend
every
zone,
time I see him pining after her, I'm like, back off, because she needs to be with Peter, and Peter doesn't know it right now, and Olivia doesn't know it right now, but you don't need to be in there confusing things.
Right, and like I think that I think he's cute. I think he's cute, but you just get your life, dude. Just get your life. That's all I gotta say.
Like, I feel bad for you, but there just gotta be someone out there.
Yeah, somewhere out there.
Go date Astrid.
Yeah.
Get your little coffee and be the cream.
Well, anyways, tell us what you think, and what do you expect to happen on Fringe? Tell us your theories. I want to know. Anyways, I'm Katrina.
I'm Christina, and we're the Gorgeous Geeks.